Okay, now we are ready for the big guns. This is our New England 5-year-old rum. It's the oldest release to come out from Privateer. This and its sister bottling, the 5-year Queen Share. So this is 5 year and 1 month, whereas its sister, the Queen Share, is 5 years and 2 months. So sort of like that proud twin that says it's a little bit older. This one is going to be 100% molasses. It is 122 proof. So yeah, and we only got 172 bottles. So that's some real serious evaporation that's happening there. As I mentioned, at Son of Wolfram, we usually expect 215 to 220 bottles. 172 tells you how much that extra aging costs us. And because our peak temperatures in the summer are often much higher than the Caribbean, we get a little peak moment each summer where we see really accelerated evaporation. And we just reach that moment. There's like a couple weeks there where it just gets really brutal, as we all know if we're local. So yeah, 172 bottles, 5 years old. I'm really proud of this one. I think it's really a glimpse in a really meaningful way into, where we're headed. But also in its own right is just tasty. As I've mentioned before in other seminars and podcasts and stuff, we really structure our distillation to match the maturity. And that's why a lot of people say our rum tastes so good, even though it's younger. And so this one was intended to get a little more time and a little more weight and a little more oomph to it. So we're really excited to share that with you. You can see from this color, and again, all of our color is natural. It looks like a gem, like Lithuanian amber, like fiery, and it's really electric. And I love this. There's like a little hint of green you'll see around the rim in your glass at home. And to me, that's a sign of the natural, I say, it's a sign of like those natural acids in the barrel really giving it that hue. And it's something you see in older Madeiras and sherries and tawny ports as well, that little hue of green from the natural aging. Yeah, it's just thick because it's all that long chain, rich, heavy alcohols that didn't evaporate. Of course, we never use any additives, no sweeteners, no mouthfeel agents, anything. But like I can see, like compared to especially fresh distillate, this has got some weight to it. You see that color? It's really coming through. It's probably hard on my black shirt, but yeah, it's really coming through. Yeah, I can smell it from here. It is very savory, dried herbs, dried flowers, a subtle hint of like cedar aged bacon, almost like a pork fat, drippings kind of smell. Toasted coconut, dried mango. I'm registering a lot. Again, that aged library, mink oil, earthy, super leather, like conditioned leather. Yeah, desiccated forest floor, earthiness, and almost like a sandstone, which makes me think of like laying on the beach on a warm day, that warm sandstone smell. A little bit of like a minerally saltiness. And yeah, dried white roses, dried black cherry, a little bit of white pepper, dried orange peel. And almost like the really subtle hint of like, that sort of Maine forest smell after the rain, which I know sounds really romantic, but yeah, that kind of little hint of like white pine, but in a really good way, not in like a fresh cut wood way, like in the forest kind of way. Yeah, and just butterscotch. Um, Almost like a pine nut, you know, pine nuts kind of that creaminess to them while also having that like fatness to them. It smells very fat and very heavy. My mouth is watering a lot, which is a sign that I really like it. I can actually like feel myself getting a little hungry, which for me is always a sign of a really good wine or spirit. There's like a bananas Foster thing, but not sweet. It's very savory. This is a very savory rum. When rums are really young, they can taste a little more fruity and have more sweet characteristics. Obviously, no sugar, but that aromas are like fresh, juicy, fresh cut pineapple. Whereas as it dries, it goes more like pineapple marmalade and dried pineapple. But now that we're here, this is like pineapple leather, apricot leather. Yeah, like, yeah, banana bread with like a molasses and sesame seed kind of halva-y, marzipan-y kind of flavor to it. So yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit struggling for words because there's just so much. It's just ticking through my brain so fast. But it has a lot in common actually with like a really aged Madeira, that pecan caramel, but obviously isn't sweet like a Madeira. So yeah, yeah, a little bit of like birch wood smoke. Yeah, that's the New England 5-year. I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings. There's a lot here. It's really concentrated and it's really complex. I feel like I could sit with this one for a good week and still be pulling things out of it. I feel like I could also let it sit for half an hour and come back to it, and it would be really different. Already I'm getting like dried peaches, peach blossom. It almost in a way kind of has like a note like our peach brandy. So yeah, enjoy it, come back to it, smell it, and please let us know what you think about the 5-year-old New England rum. Cheers.